Okay, hi everyone. Good evening. My name is Anirudh. So no, not good evening, good afternoon. It's 15 minutes to have a good evening. My name is Anirudh from Geeks for Geeks, and today I am hosting this webinar with Prasoon. And thank you so much, Prasoon, for coming, taking out time and coming here today. And we'll be
You're welcome.
discussing the journey of a young geek, of a person who had started learning coding and programming from a young age, and what all is his day about, the schedules, and what project is he working on. And Prasoon will be sharing his tips and tricks and some of his advices so that you guys that can help you guys out and you can finally get a roadmap or a guide where to start learning coding and how to develop interest in coding. So before we start this webinar, I'll be sharing with you a great surprise at the end of this video. So we are live. We will be going live with a coding competition and all later. And also there's a bit of a surprise for all of you. So there is a exclusive course from Geeks for Geeks School, and it is exclusive for school students, and it is basically a roadmap where you can start learning to code, and it will help you out to start learning the basics of C++, C, Java, and Apple for absolute no cost. Yes, it is free of cost, and you can finally start your coding journey from over there. So, getting back to the webinar. Hi, Prasoon. How are you doing today?
Hi Anirudh, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Okay, I am doing fine. I hope you and your family are safe in this current scenario
Yes.
that is going on, the upcoming third wave. So I hope you guys are safe, and all of you who are watching, or stay safe and stay inside till we overcome this third wave. So yeah, let's start with this webinar. So Prasoon, you can see the floater on your screen, right? So tell our
Yes.
viewers a little bit about yourself, your day, your schedule, and everything like that.
So I am a 13-year-old school student. So I started coding around in the lockdown in 2020. So there was not much to do. The school had closed. Initially, it was I thought that it is good that the school is closed, but then later on I didn't have any work. So I just figured out that let me just find something that is fun. So at that time coding was going very popular. Many people were venturing into coding, web development mostly. So even I thought of trying my hand in coding. So after that, whenever I used to watch any YouTube videos, there were ads of Udemy courses. So I found one Udemy course, I did it. So it included HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and all of that stuff. At that time I just knew about HTML. I thought all the other things are very advanced. So I took the course, I bought the course, I told my parents about it, I started doing it. I learned HTML. It was super simple, but at that time when I created that first website, I thought that I created such a big project. So that was quite a accomplishment for me, achievement for me. After that I learned CSS. It was fun. When I started doing JavaScript, then I was like, I wanted to make this weather app, I want to make this tic-tac-toe station. So I did all of that, and then eventually I fell in coding hell. So like I kept making projects, but I didn't learn a lot of new things. Then I stopped coding for quite a while, but then I came back to JavaScript. I learned it, like the basics, variables, alerts, console.logs, all of that, functions, loops. After that I regained interest in coding, and after that I started learning React. So I found a very good YouTube channel, I started learning React, and then I kept making websites. And after that I ventured into React Native, I did some mobile apps. So now I have created more than 50 plus projects, which helped me
Mhm.
enhance my skills.
So you have already worked on 50 plus projects, and the very first project of yours was to develop a website. So you did all
Yeah.
that at the age of 13.
No, so today I'm 13. I did,
Hmm.
and I turned 13 on December 23rd,
Okay.
2021. So when I did this, I was around the age of 11.
Okay, so you built a website on your own at the age of 11. That is a huge accomplishment at such a young
Yeah,
age. Congratulations for that. And it's great to
thank
hear
you.
like like a person like you who is so much well versed into the world of programming and computer sciences. Like almost you are a professional at such a young age. So Yeah, kudos to you and great work on that one. So, was there
Thank you.
any friend or a teacher or any one of your family member who told you like you should go get into this, or did you develop all of this interest on your own towards programming and coding?
So basically, when I was in sixth standard in school, as they do in sixth standard, like they were doing Q basic, which is I think something related to Visual Basic. So it is like machine text or something like that. I don't know what to exactly call it, but then you write some basic Q basic and then it turns into a .exe file. So it was very basic stuff. So
Yeah.
kind of developed an interest in coding with that, but then I wanted to learn Visual Basic because I thought that was the next step. But I was not I was not right. The next step was web development, the basics of HTML, all of that. So then when I researched a bit, I found about this, and then told you that I did the course, and then
Hmm.
today I'm here. I've created some projects.
Okay, that's great to know, and yeah, great work on that one. So, yeah, let's move on to the next question, shall we? So,
Sure, sure, sure.
the next question for you, Prasoon, today is, what made you develop an interest in coding? I guess you have already answered a part of this question in the in the
Yeah.
previous question itself. So, yeah. So, did you have any teacher who actually inspired you, or any mentor who inspired you, or showed you a lot of things in computer sciences, or say in programming languages, or developing a website, or an app, or a game? So, was there anyone, or did you develop interest all of the interest on your own?
So basically, if I put it so, see, first there was like I thought that how can I create apps or websites which I use on a daily basis. It would be so great if I could make some website wherein there could be some button, or an app
Yeah.
where there could be some button. It did some few things and I could actually see it on my phone working. So that was my motivation basically, and then I created something with wix.com. So it's like a website builder for those who don't know.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
at that time I was thinking, wow, I made such a website. But then now it feels like it feels that it's just a website builder. Making website with that is not a big thing. So at that time I was thinking that why would one code a website when they could simply use a
Hmm.
website builder. So then my mom had booked one trial lesson with White Hat Junior. So that was a very common thing back in 2020 because
Yeah,
everyone
I
was
know, I
booking a
know.
trial lesson. So I did that. So in the call I asked them that why would one learn coding. So in that call they did something. They also praised me, that you have a great potential. They told all of that, but they told
Hmm.
gave me the more important reason that why should one code. So they told that in that with coding you can customize things. So they gave me some examples and all of that, and after that I got an answer that why one should learn to code, so that you can customize things in a website. You can understand more of what is going under the hood of the website. Like even in Wix, when you put one title, what is behind, how does it look in code. So all of that I got my answers. After that I
Okay.
purchased that Udemy course because I was constantly getting ad of that uh, course.
Oh,
So I thought of purchasing it. It was cheap, it was around 500, and White Hat's one class I think so was 500. So money was not the problem, to be honest. Like we could have purchased the White Hat course also, but then I thought that I am finding more value in this Udemy course. So then I purchased, and then it was a really good course.
okay. So yeah, that was great to hear. So we'll discuss the part of say other companies who are offering courses in the later part of this webinar, and we'll
Yeah,
focus more on you and your interest and your basically your point of view and your perspective toward coding.
sure,
So
sure.
that gave us a huge insight of what you think and how you developed an interest in coding. So, did you have any preferences? Like, do you have any preference as of now? Like, you want to go into game development, or you want to go into Android or iOS app development, or basically, stick to what you are doing right now. That is website development. I'm guessing. So,
Yeah.
do you have any preference, or do you want to go into all of these things?
So basically, game development sounds very interesting. That how cool does it sound that you can create a game of your own, which you could push on Play Store maybe, and people can install it, play it. Even you can make it, and while
Yeah.
making you can play it. It sounds too good. But then I tried my hand in game development. Like I installed Unity. I tried doing it, but then it's not that simple because there is 3D graphics which you deal with. There are 2D
Yeah.
games obviously, and then you write C sharp. So that's I found that a bit complex, but I think I did
Hmm.
it too early. Like I should probably learn the basics of C sharp maybe, or focus on learning C and then going into game development and also 3D graphics. I thought that that was a bit um difficult, intimidating for me. So then I tried my hand, but then it didn't quite work out. But I like know the bare bone basics of game development. Like you can use engines to make games. Like Unity is there, Unreal Engine is there, and
Yeah.
different kinds of this. These are the famous ones. And then there are sprites, the graphics which are there in the game. You can use something like C sharp. So all of that I learned, but again I didn't quite like making games, but then I had another interest of making apps. So I found what we could
Yeah.
do. Initially I thought you need to learn Java or Kotlin, or if you are doing it for iOS you need Swift or Objective C. But then later on I discovered React Native. So that basically helped you to create apps for both iOS and Android, even
Yeah.
websites with just a single code base. Even Flutter was an alternative created by Google. React Native was created by Facebook. So even the apps like Instagram or Facebook are made by React Native as of today. So which
Yeah.
is which is an enough evidence that why you can use React Native, because these are pretty powerful apps used by billions of people.
That is really impressive to hear and know that you are at the age of 13 and you know already a lot of things that are deep into the field. And you are, and I feel like I'm already talking to a working professional. So great job on that. And yeah, it is great to hear that you have already accomplished so much at such a young age. So, guys, uh, I am happy to announce it to you that we have, like I explained it earlier, we have an exclusive course for school students, people who are, confused or don't know where to start to learn coding or, getting into programming languages, or say they want to test out how and learn how to develop games or apps using Game Lab or App Lab. So we have an exclusive course that is absolutely free. You can go and check it out. In the link is in the description below. And this course will help you out in learning Java, C, C++, and game and app development, the basics of all of these things, and introduce you towards the world of computer sciences and coding. And this is absolutely free. You can go and register now. And yes, all the best to all of you. And I hope you start your coding journey today. So yeah, let's carry on with this webinar with Prasoon. And as of now, we are getting really good and impressive answers from you, Prasoon. Thank you again for
Thank you.
coming here online today and coming on board and helping all of your fellow friends out in how
My
by giving
pleasure.
your tips, trips, and advices and sharing your experience with your hand towards coding. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. So Prasoon, can
Sure.
you share with us and our viewers any project that you are working on currently? And then you can we can discuss about your views on machine learning and artificial intelligence. So yeah, is there any
Sure,
project
sure.
that you are currently working on?
So currently, as of today, I'm working on on a project. So the project is basically going to help web developers or developers in general. Like we are thinking of adding. So I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing it with a couple of my friends. So we are thinking of adding some features like from the website itself. People can read tech blogs. They can read upcoming coding competitions. Like now, Geeks for Geeks School is arranging one coding contest. So we are
Yeah.
planning, once the website is done, we are planning to include such great competitions in our application, in our website
Okay.
itself, so they can check it in one website. They can also read tech blogs, latest tech news. Like Apple recently hit $3 trillion market cap. So this can be
Hmm.
some good news for them. so they can read it in our website. Then they can add some tasks, they can manage their to-do list in website. So basically it will be one website, and that they can do perform multiple functions. So currently we
Yeah.
are working on a website similar to this.
So yeah, like we discussed earlier about machine learning and AI. So Amazon and Facebook, now Facebook is Meta, and they are already investing a huge amount of capital into Metaverse and all of this augmented reality project they have introduced earlier in this year. Even last year they had introduced. And Netflix
Yes.
and Google are also investing huge amount of capital and research work into their projects that are based on machine learning and artificial intelligence. So, do you think that in the next, say, 5 or 10 years, this is gonna be a huge boom, the next huge thing in the world of computer sciences and the market in terms of capital and research?
So basically AI and ML has massive potential. Okay, it's going to be
Yeah,
huge. Now there is one tool, GitHub Copilot. Though I'm not a big fan of it, it is really great because what you can do is you can basically just describe what you want to write in code. Let's say I just write a comment, okay, like normal human being, that send an alert to the user that tells them to log in. So basically,
yeah,
once you write that comment with the help of OpenAI, GitHub Copilot is going to predict the line of code, like what code you need in computer language to make the same possible. So, which is really great. Now there are some drawbacks in the terms and conditions of the GitHub Copilot, which I didn't like. So that is just it. But the tool AI technology is very powerful. Like now, even if you see with something like Bitcoin, there are some
yeah.
loopholes, like scamsters can use it, but then ultimately the technology has immense power, immense potential, in my opinion.
Hmm. And what do you think about the deep learning technology that Amazon is implementing right now? If you are familiar with deep learning, so,
So
are you developing any views or opinions on that one? Like, is this the thing people should go into or start knowing about deep learning as well, along with machine learning and AI?
So basically, they are saying that because of this deep learning or machine learning, because see, computers are going to get smart. Like now, as I
Yeah.
said, they can predict code, all of that. But there are some jobs that will be lost. Okay, I'm not saying that
Mm.
nothing will affect. No, there won't be any problem. But then it's not. There won't be as many jobs as we are predicting that will lose. That everyone is saying that we should not use this because that will result in people losing their jobs. But I don't think so that's completely true. Some people will, but ultimately you need someone to monitor that AI, you need someone to develop on that AI. Like today you can
Yeah.
do a lot of stuff with mobile apps, but then there are people who develop those mobile apps, okay, or give ideas for that mobile app or whatever, maintain that
Yeah.
mobile app. So in that, new jobs are getting created, and ultimately there is no problem in my opinion.
Yep, that that was great to hear, and I'm almost sure that I'm not talking to a person who is 13. I'm almost sure that you are someone who is already getting into professional, who is already a professional programmer. I feel that way because you have a in-depth knowledge about a lot of things at such a young age. That is something really amazing and surprising to me as well. So yeah, that was really great to hear about your opinions and your views on AI, machine learning, and
And I
deep learning.
also hope to develop
Yeah,
some
please carry
apps
on.
which include this. I was saying that I also hope to develop some applications which include this tech, like the
Hmm.
ML or AI which is there, which could be really great. Because then those applications would be very efficient if I can add these features inside of them.
Yep.
And there are also some tools which are coming, like Firebase has predictions, and Firebase also has machine learning tools which are really great.
Okay, that was great to hear. So yeah, let's move on to the next part of this webinar. The last question for you today. So yeah, So, did
So
you take
should I
part
read
in
the
any
question?
coding competition or a coding event? Like they host it regularly. And the next part of this question would be what would be your advice or your tips towards the young learners, the people who are of your age or younger than you, who are developing interest in coding, programming, and computer sciences in a whole broad term. So, what would be your advice to them, and what would be your advice towards them for in the context of where they should start learning, why they should start getting interested in computer sciences and related fields? So, yeah, let's get
Uh,
carry on with this question.
Yeah. So basically, I am not I have not participated in any competitive coding event as of now, but I have participated in one challenge which was there. So it was organized by one of the YouTubers. So in that challenge, he was basically giving out his scores. So that was the prize if you win. And so I participated in that challenge. So it was like recently, if so the name of the YouTuber is Sunny Sanga. So he did one challenge recently. So it was like the Metaverse challenge, wherein in the challenge he created a decentralized chat app. So it was like the data is getting stored in blockchain. So there is one Morales, there is one tool which helps us to do this. So it was related to all of this decentralized applications. So it's known as a DApp. So there was smart signing in in that application, and all of that new stuff I was able to learn with the help of this challenge. And if you want me to give any advice, the advice would be, don't focus on the price too much. Just enjoy the experience of participating in a challenge. So basically just focus on the key takeaways when you participate in this in such challenges. So because of this challenge, I was able to learn about MetaMask. I was able to learn about authentication with wallets. I was able to learn how decentralized technology works, not completely, but a basic part of it. And I was able to improve my styling skills because it was a website. There were also styling which was there. So all in all, it was a very good experience for me.
Okay, so that was a really interesting conversation with you, and thank you again for coming on board and sharing your experience and your opinions on a lot of things and wrapping it up so quickly. So, guys, before we end this webinar, like Prasoon told you earlier, we are Geeks for Geeks are organizing a huge competitive coding event, and there are huge prizes to be claimed, and that is including a cash prize and also smartwatches and tablets. So please check out the coding competition that is exclusively for school students. That is the best part of this competition. No person or no people who are who are not in school, not currently pursuing anything, studying in school, will be able to participate. It is exclusive event for school students, and you can log in and join the competition for free. There is no entry charges or no charges that includes with this coding competition. And you can check out the link to register yourself for the coding competition in the live comments and also in the description box below. So yeah, all the best to you. And if you want to study for that competition or start studying for that, you can check out the school guide program that is also available for free, that will help you out in the coding competition. So yeah, coming back to you, Prasoon. Thank you so much
Yes.
for coming on board today and sharing your views and opinions. And we wish you all the best in your future endeavors and wish you the best on the project that you're working on. I am pretty sure that you will be really successful at a very young age. I can get a hint and vibe from you, like the way you talk and the way you have explained a lot of things. So yeah, all the
Thank you.
best to you in
Thank
your
you.
future endeavors, and maybe we can catch you again sometime and have a great conversation like this one
Sure,
yet
sure.
again. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll see you
Yeah.
later, Prasu.
Bye. Bye.
So guys, if you like this video, please let us know in the comments below. And if you really like this video, please like this video, give us a comment. What should we do next, or what should we include next? And please do share this video with your friends and colleagues. Maybe this can help them out. So yeah, maybe we'll see you later. Okay.